morning, ladies.
Good morning.
My name is Romonica Caldwell. I am a Houston real estate broker. I have been in real estate for the last 6 years. So the difference between a broker and a real estate agent is a broker is able to have their own office. They're able to supervise agents. So that just means that we're completely independent. We don't have to have a broker to supervise us. If a person is a real estate agent, that means they must be supervised or they have to work under a broker. So that's the difference. A lot of people want to know, so I like to just start out giving y'all that breakdown. The reason that what we're going to talk about today in this class is crowdfunding. So the thing that I want Brandon to talk about is how you can raise money. As a real estate professional, a lot of the questions that we get all the time is credit and down payment, and mostly down payment once people get their credit together. Okay, I got my credit together, everything is straight, now where am I going to get the money? So as you know, at FHA, or you may not know, I just always assume that people know, but the lowest down payment that you can use if you're not a veteran is an FHA loan, and that's usually 3.5%.
That's not correct. It'd be 3% on a home style, home ready conventional.
Yeah, I was going to get to that. So, of course, you're going to talk about all of the lending programs. I'm just giving them just a general overview. I'm not a loan specialist. I don't do loans. I sell real estate. So that's what I'm going to be talking to you about. But I'm just giving you a breakdown. A lot of minority customers typically use an FHA loan, and usually for that one it's 3.5%. So if you're buying a $200,000 house, coming up with 3.5% is about $7,000. A lot of times minorities don't have $7,000 just lying around, so they have to get that money from somewhere. A lot of times people get the money gifted. A lot of times people take out money out of their 401k and things like that. You do have families that do have savings and they are able to use it, but a lot of the time they're going to be using a down payment assistance program or getting the money from friends and family. So when Brandon was telling me about this crowdfunding product, I was like, I gotta get people out to talk about this program so they can know that you don't have to go, because it can be hard. Everybody just can't call their mom. I know I can't. I can't call my mom, my dad, or really anybody in my family and be like, do you have $7,000? It just doesn't work like that. So being able to have a strong network, you can be able to, and with the crowdfunding platform, you'll be able to use your friends, your family. So everybody, the $7,000 doesn't have to come from one particular party. He's going to give you all of the details about how it works. So that's why I was like, this is phenomenal. I got to be able to get people connected to this and let them know. So we want you to share the information with everybody. Let everybody know. Hopefully you can get your account, your crowdfunding account set up today. If we should have time because it's going to be pretty short. So we are going to get out early. If you have any questions about just the home buying process in general, I'll be more than happy to talk to you about it. But the real goal is to really get you to understand how the crowdfunding platform works. If you have any questions about credit, anything, you got our time until 1 o'clock. But the main focus is going to be on the crowdfunding platform perspective. Also, another part is the real estate. So of course, since I sell real estate, I want to just show you typical properties that people are looking for. To be very honest with you, most people that are buying houses, they're buying them between $200,000 or $300,000. I know a lot of times people want to try to get like 150, 160. It's kind of, it's kind of nearly impossible. You still have some like the 180s, 190s in certain areas. If you can stretch yourself to move in some of those older neighborhoods, those opportunities still exist. Or if you can stretch yourself to move into a not as desirable. I don't want to say desirable, but I want to say not heights area. Mm-hmm. So if you can stretch yourself to make an adjustment in terms of where you live, you probably can get something. Like I'm working with the builder. We have some properties in Trinity Gardens for $175, but it's in Trinity Gardens. So can you stretch yourself to move into that neighborhood for that price point? Some people can, some people can't. If you can't, you want to prepare yourself to be anywhere between $200,000 to $300,000. Mm-hmm. That's all the real estate information I have. If y'all have any questions, let me know. I'm going to be in the back recording, Mr. Brandon.
Right. If it click off, let me know, because sometimes it'll click off. I used to try to do my podcast like through the phone.
Yeah.
Don't work. So we got Sharon, Smelva, and Joni, right? Mm-hmm. Did I pronounce that right?
Yes.
Okay, so I like first name basis. I don't like,
It's Joni.
Oh, Cherie?
Oh, Sharice?
Sharice, okay, sorry about that. It looked like a V was in there.
That was an R.
That was an R. Okay, I got you. So that's why I read it wrong. So how y'all doing this morning?
Great.
So what I want to do is I'm gonna go briefly over the actual program itself, but then I'll open myself up to any questions and answers, anything. Like, so it doesn't have to be crowdsourcing. Any abstract, granular question that you have about the process. I think, and I have good reason to think so, that I'm one of the more knowledgeable people in Texas, because just me studying the guidelines when I first got in the business. I used to study for 30 minutes every day. So now I know more than most underwriters. I know more than most branch managers. So, and most branch managers now are calling me, like, that's why you get this guy Mike. He's the branch manager here in the Heights. He calls me. That's why I can use his office anytime I want to. So he calls, hey, what do you think about this, and this? So it's a great accomplishment to be noted as one of the more knowledgeable loan officers in the business. So if y'all got any questions for me, I'll answer them the best of my ability. If I can get this thing to work. All right. Give me a couple of minutes here. It was ready to go. With being in loan business, you got all of these passcodes I gotta enter to protect people's information. So as soon as I step away from the computer, it freezes up. All right, I think I'm in now. Give me one more minute. Here we go. Man, did they have a remote? There we go. And I forgot my clicker at the house, so we'll go old school on y'all.
Did you say you've only been doing real estate for 6 years?
Mm-hmm.
This is my water, right?
And you're a broker?
It's not mine.
Okay.
Yeah, so I have a degree, so that help, and then I take a lot of education classes. So it's based off of your education, it's based off of experience.
So can y'all see me here, or do I have to stand up?
No, you're good.
Okay, cool.
You want to slide up just a little bit there so you can be more in view?
This is how I usually get down in my classroom, so I ain't trying to stand up all day. So cross-sourcing your down payment. So let's get started here. Let's start. Well, how do I start? How do I get started? First thing first, you gotta get pre-qualified. You gotta fill out the application. So go to my website, and I'm gonna teach y'all a way to do it that's friendly to us. How the website teaches you is that if you just happen to see the program and you don't have a loan officer, but you guys obviously have a loan officer, which is me, so you're gonna go to my site first, and then get it hooked up into the program. Yeah, HOCmortgage.com. So www.hocmortgage.com. You know, so you complete the online application. Takes about 5 minutes. And first thing, the reason I like to do this first is because it's twofold. Let's say you do have credit issue. Let's say you do have any obstacles that you need to get in your way. I can coach you on that, as well as simultaneously you could be prepping towards crowdsourcing your down payment. If you go towards the corporate site, it is gonna, assign you with somebody, you don't know who you could get, so, and they're not gonna coach you on that. You're either qualified, you're not qualified. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. So apply with me, we can knock two birds out with one stone. We could be crowdsourcing you as well as overcome the obstacles. That makes sense? Yeah. So that's the way I like to do it first. So get pre-qualified. It takes about 5 minutes to do. Then it says on the Meet Your Mortgage team, so you met us. You got myself and Monica, so she's gonna be your, realtor. All of any questions are gonna be mine, plus there's a home counselor involved as well, and I suggest that it's optional, but I suggest that you take advantage of it because it's a few $1,000s worth of grants that you could get if you go towards a home counselor. So once you get approved, I could guide you toward that as well. Because there's like $3,000 at stake towards closing costs. So you met us, I'm the loan officer, so I answer all the lending questions, I'm the bank. I'm the liaison between the bank and you. And Monica's gonna show you all of, once we get you pre-approved and get you ready to go, then she gets activated and shows you the property. So that's how that works.
So that's when you get the pre-approval letter?
Right, so once you get the pre-approval letter,
And she gives her.
right, and you got your crowdsourcing ready to go, we're gonna get into that later on. Once you reach your goal, boom, now we can start looking at the houses. You see, does that make sense?
Yeah.
Any questions, y'all can stop me too. All right, so let's get into number 3. What's the perks of crowdsourcing? Crowdfunding, first of all, you can get the grants that I was talking about. We give you a grant, CMG, my company, CMG gives you a grant up to $1,500 towards your closing costs. Also, we're gonna get to later on down the line, we match $2 for every dollar that you raise on your crowdsourcing campaign. So up to 1%. So we were talking about before, with the conventional product being 3% down payment, we're gonna give you 1, so all you have to do is raise 2%. So if it's a $200,000 house, that's $6,000. We're gonna give you $2,000, so now you gotta raise 4. Am I making sense?
That's CMG?
Yes, we're gonna give you a grant as well as help you with the down payment. So we're gonna give you a grant to cover your closing costs, and we're gonna give you 1%. And there's another grant that you can get as well. I'm gonna talk about that later on. So you have a year to get ready to buy. So when you start the campaign,
Now.
yeah, so you start the campaign now, you gotta be closed on your house by January of 2021. So what that means is that you don't have that whole time to raise the money. You have probably about 10 months, I would give you, because you gotta shop for the house and then you gotta close on the house. Shop for the house, depends on how picky you are, I would say give yourself at least 30 days. Because from the time that you pick out the house and the seller agrees that this is the house that he's gonna sell you, because you can love a house and that don't mean they're gonna sell it to you. So it takes, from the time we get a contract, it still takes 30 days to close. So give yourself 9 months to raise the money. So hopefully it doesn't take that long. And give yourself a few months to close on the house. But you got a year before they return the gifts.
So, worst case scenario, you don't do it, then you lose all the grants that you.
Right. So they return the money to the pledgers. If you don't, so they don't lose their money.
Right.
You know, so if you don't close on the house or something happens,
Is there a transactional fee that's?
no fees or anything like that. So let's say, damn, I like this Porsche. It's better than the house. I'm in probably a house. I mean, probably a car instead, and the deal fall apart.
Yeah, you don't need no house anyway.
Right. Yeah. But, you know, I've seen some people.
Of course.
Right. Do that. You know, we're right in the middle of a house transaction. They go buy a car, and it derails the whole thing. You know, so it has a fail safe, so people could be, worry free that they're not going to lose their money, that you're not going to take it. First of all, do something stupid with it, and then secondly, that if it doesn't come into fruition, they just lost that money. Now, are we keeping that money? They'll get that money refunded. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Step 4, let's talk about more perks. All right, so there's the first time home buyers program through Fannie Mae. This is what I was talking about earlier. You get your closing costs covered, you get you another $1,500 grant. You know, this is with the counselor. See, up to $1,500 first time buyer, you gotta take a course online, $100. But shit, would you pay $100 to get 15?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you go through your counselor, you get a pre-purchase counseling. Once that's complete, you get your certificate, boom, you get another $1,500.
That's in addition?
That's an addition.
Oh, okay.
So you can pretty much get this whole thing funded.
Yeah.
You know, because, I mean, it might be a little bit more, but you can add that with seller concessions.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to kill a seller. You don't have to go the whole 3%.
Yeah.
I can do, you know, hey, give me 1%, plus I got the grants, and you can match it together. Am I making sense on that? You know, so, again, like I told you earlier, the earlier slide, CMG, my company, will give you $2 for every dollar raised via the crowdfunding. Pledge funds not apply. So it has to be real funds. They can't just say, I'm going to give you, you know, they pledge it, you know, you know, the difference between the pledge and actually putting the money down, right? Pledge is saying, I'm going to do it, and they ain't did it yet. So when they do it, that's when we give the $2. So when they put that money down on their debit card or whatever, boom, then we're going to match it up to 1%. So the lesser. Are y'all following me? So let's say you don't get, let's take that equation earlier. Let's say you don't get the 4,000. Let's say you get 2,000. So we're gonna give you 1,000. What makes it?
So you got 3,000.
So I got 3,000. So you short,
Yeah, way short.
but you got something to work with.
Yeah.
So it come in handy. So, but the goal is to get the 4,000. That way we can get 2,000. Boom, and that way you got your whole down payment.
So what about, I mean, you said that Fannie Mae gives you 1,500,
Right, that's for your closing costs.
right? And so,
We're gonna give you another 15 for your closing costs. So closing costs and your down payment, two different things.
Oh, that's right.
Closing costs like when you buy a car, that's your tax title and license.
Right, okay.
You know, same thing with there's fees associated with buying a house. That's outside of the purchase price. So that's your closing costs. Title fees, attorney fees, so on and so forth. So we give you money towards that, and the seller can contribute up to 3%.
So on average, what different types of fees are you looking at in the purchase of a house outside of the actual price of the house?
If you want to put a percentage on it, it's anywhere from 2 to 5%.
2 to 5%?
It varies, depends on the tax district, you know, because you're going to pay your taxes in escrow. Depends on the title company that you use. Each title company, there's similar fees, but not all of them charge the exact same fee.
True.
You know, so it's title company, it's the actual homeowners association. It's all of what we collected up front. They consider closing costs. So not all houses have homeowners associations.
Right.
Not all tax rates are the same. That's why it varies.
So on average, how much money should you have put to the side to accommodate just the whole entire process?
So
What you're
this,
dealing with?
that's a loaded question. This is how I like to approach it. I like to go down payment wise, and closing costs can be negotiated. Because your seller can contribute up to 3%. So I would choose a house based on it fit my budget. So if I don't have, how much do I have? If I have X amount set aside, 3,000 to go towards closing costs, then I can negotiate with that seller to fit it within my budget. If I have nothing, then I'm gonna go to my broker, my realtor, and say, hey, I need a seller that's gonna give me max concessions, and we're gonna go accordingly. That's how I like to do it. Now, some brokers, we haven't really talked on how I like to do it, how I like to do business, but some brokers are kind of stuck in there, and they try to make me fit, do some razzle dazzles, and make me fit into with the seller, and they like to let the seller push them around. No, this is what the client wants. You want to sell his house. This is what we need. Simple. And it's what all about the customer for me. And if not, we'll find another house that fits our needs. So that's why I tell you, don't fall in love with a house. Have about 3 picked out in case the seller don't want to play ball with you. Because it's going to be about, this is what I want. You want to sell his house.
Yeah.
Am I making sense?
Yeah.
So, hold on. You can't step away from this too long. It automatically log you out.
All right, we on Netflix, man.
Huh?
How many people watch that Fall from Grace already? Awesome.
All right, here we go. I didn't lose it. Cool. I gotta watch it. I got what, about 5 minutes. All right, so plus you get a instant 100 to start off. So once you start your crowdfunding, we give you an instant 100 to start.
Oh, nice.
You know, so that's another perk. Please don't tell me it froze on me. Come on. There we go. Now, once we get everything pre-approved, has been 12 months or close to, I would say less than that. Now we start the home search. Let's say you got your campaign done. All right, so now you have the few months left. And I'm gonna talk about the up it as well, so you can do both. Up it and home funded is two separate. It's an entity, two separate entities, but they work together. I'm gonna talk about that here in a second. But you start your home search, and I'm gonna give y'all my secret formula. This is how I like to do it, and I'm glad Ramonica's here because we never had a chance to talk about how I like to partner with my brokers. I'm all about the customer. You know, Max Bank used to be my mentor. So this is how I learned how to do. This is how I learned how to grow business where you're customer centric, and that's the way you grow with referrals. And it makes a better experience if you make your business customer friendly. Not what easier for me, what's easier for the customer. So you eliminate those pain points. And it's all about the experience. Customers don't remember all the detail, but they remember how they felt during that transaction. And if you feel a certain way, then again, bad news travels 27 times faster than good news. But if you give that person a delightful experience, then they're gonna tell everybody as well. It's gonna multiply exponentially. So my whole thing is the experience for the customer. So this is my formula. What can you afford per month? This is what you want to ask yourself when you're shopping for a home. How much do I want to pay per month? So $1,500, $2,000. The formula is this, and it's pretty accurate. It's ballpark, but it's approximate. $850 per 100,000 per month. So if you're looking at a $200,000 house, it's going to be about $1,700 a month, all in. That's principal, interest, taxes, and insurance. That's all, the whole kit caboodle. Am I making sense? Mm-hmm. So let's say I can afford $2,000, so that's going to be about a $235 house. You see how I did that? So they have to quickly calculate. Because if you look at Zillow, you look at Realtor.com, they're going to just put principal interest in there. They've got the tax, insurance, homeowners, got everything else. So it's a misleading thought. Like, damn, I got so many people every day, I can afford this. No, that's not all in. Does that make sense?
So you're saying $850
per 100,000. Right.
So if I'm looking at a house that's $236.
Right. So you're looking at about $2,000 a month. Over. So it depends on the tax. Give or take a little bit because each tax varies. Homeowners association, insurance, all that varies. But it's a good figure to keep in your head when you're looking at houses. So that's how you want to approach it. You want to back in. So if I'm comfortable with $1,500 a month, or let's make it easy, $1,700 a month, I need to be in the $200,000 range. Now I could look at the 210, 215, but I need to march them down to 200. And you need to communicate with your broker. I'm looking at this, but I want 200,000, and I want max concessions because I don't have any money to bring to the table. You see, so you dictate what You don't let the realtor, and this happens a lot, the realtor dictate what they're gonna put you in. Nah, this is what I got for it. This is what I wanna pay. And this is what this is. And see, I'm gonna pre-approve it to where it goes through smooth. I don't do the red line stuff. I got a realtor now that we cough and that deal gonna fall apart. But she just stuffed the client in her house and made him love the house. And I'm right at the edge, all right? One calculation, it's gonna fall apart. I ain't do that. I'm gonna put it to where it's good. If I pre-approve you for $200,000, we comfortable. We might a little bit of flexibility, up a little bit more. But if a calculation is off, that deal's still gonna go through. Let's say you come back and I verify your income, and it's not what you said you put on that application. Your boss said you only make 10 hours overtime, you put 15. Even if they shade that, I still got room. That makes sense? That's how I like to do it. I don't like surprises at the end. So, start your home search. All right, now we're to the finish line. Boom, you purchase your new home. When you reach your campaign goals, the funds will be ready to apply towards your new home purchase, and welcome home. It's just that easy. It's you start your campaign, apply online. It's real easy. The thing is that the intricate details about it is if you have a good social media following, people on Facebook that's willing to contribute, you just have to advertise. You gotta make your videos, you gotta, make it personal so people want to give. So I would expand, me personally, outside of my circle. I would go to my follower, hey, $2 each or $5 each, y'all contribute. So did y'all ever watch any of the videos that's online? So I'm gonna see if I can hook that up and just kind of show you how it's done. This one I was talking about, Up It. Are y'all familiar with Up It? All right, so this works in conjunction. First of all, my company, CMG, is partners with Fannie and Freddie. So we're one of the only lending companies that's partners. So we have 2 patented lending products that nobody else has. This is one of them, the home funded and the Up It. And then the other one is the all-in-one loan. Up It gives you the flexibility to have you and your circle shop at various outlets, and a percentage of their purchase goes towards your down payment. Right. So all they have to do is give, at the time of checkout, your number. You'll have a PIN number assigned to you, and you give them that number, and then it automatically stores. And it varies. And I'll show you some of the retailers. You can go online. There's hundreds of them, from Walgreens to pet stores to Target to So it's a cashback program nationwide that approves mortgage down payment. So you and your family shop, and let's say you already gonna spend on your groceries or whatever $4.50 a month, and you get a vendor that gives you 8%. So you add that over the course of your 9 months, you're gonna spend this money anyway.
So $45 is 10%.
Right. So I'm just
Yeah, so like $30-40
right.
per month.
Right. So you add that between you, your family, your friends, boom, boom, all them shopping. And all is going towards, this percentage is going towards your down payment. Am I making sense? Does this make sense at all? So, raise your down payment through everyday shopping. Some of them up to 20%. Most of them you'll see 4, 5, 8. But some of them are up to 20% of every eligible person pledged to your campaign. So you also, when you do it, you get access to coupon specials, deals with the Up It partners. So have a group of people shop with you to help you, raise your money. And then we can support you. So it could be family, friends, strangers, followers, anybody. So now this you have 24 months. So you can start the shopping with Up It before you even start your crowdsourcing campaign. So you have 24 months. So you can start raising funds years before you even start looking for a home. So you got a long-term goal. Why not? You're gonna shop anyway. Why not start raising money? That's free money towards your down payment. You see, you're gonna spend this money anyway. So, I say funds available for home purchase within 24 hours, no pre-qualification needed. Again, you can start using Up It straight from the website. So if you got a long-term goal, I'm not ready right now, but I'm working on my credit, sign up, start shopping, start spreading it around, boom. And then make sure you tell them where you got it from so they can, if they look, so we can expand and they get their referrals. And boom, we go from there. So how it works, it's on the website if you want this. If you go to homefunded.com, www.homefunded.com, how it works. It gives a better breakdown. But this graphic says, all right, meet Beck. She just finished college and she started a home funding campaign using only Up It. Her goal is to buy a $275,000 home in 2 years. So she would need approximately $96.25 for a down payment, right? She spends $600 a month with Up It Retail Partners. She has a family of 7 members supporting her: mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, Uncle John, Aunt Sue, older brother, Kyle, and they spend $450 a month each. She has 2 friends supporting her, best friend from high school and a college roommate. They spend $250 a month. Average pledge from each person, 11%. After 2 years, Beth had received $1,500 from her own shopping and $8,300 from her family members and $1,300 from her 2 friends. So in 2 years, she's raised $11,000 just with her network of supporters. Y'all see how that works? You know, so, and these are not specialty shops. These are everyday shops. So, you know, Walgreens, I just captured a lot of them, but they got like 40 pages worth of 6. So Walgreens, Barnes & Nobles, Overstock, Expedia. So it's just not limited to brick and mortar, it's online stuff too. So you support these people that shop there, but see how the contribution varies. Walgreens 8%, Barnes & Nobles you get 2%. You see? So there's no excuse. My thing is no excuse for not achieving home ownership. This is money that you're gonna spend anyway. This is free money. Free money, literally free money. You plan this thing out right in advance, I can come away with nothing. Nothing towards the down payment. This is my friends and family. You just gotta spread the word. You know?
You know the Wi-Fi code for here?
No. You can probably have to use your tether. It's corporate. They don't let that. This, you know, with lending, they're real strict. All right, so I need all of y'all. I know Sharice already followed me. Follow me on Instagram at being a loan officer. My website hocmortgage.com. I'm on all of them: Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, all of them. That's basically it on the crowdsourcing. This is kind of it's a brand new program. That's why the word's not out there, but this is why we did this, to kind of catch fire. I think it'll catch fire because, especially with the Instagram influencers, you got a lot of following, a big following on your Instagram. You got all these people on Facebook that's liking you. All right, like me, send me some money. You know what I'm saying? Like me, send me $1.
Cash out for down payment.
You don't need cash out. Just go ahead and shop.
Yeah.
And use my pen. You see what I'm saying? Or just, here go my crowdfunding thing, slip in a couple of dollars. You know, so.
All these people be talking about cash app for my birthday.
That's what I'm saying. This is your new cash app for your down payment now, instead of cash app for